everyone, this is Jeyzor Kid. Today I am going to be doing a guide on Dish Machine by Jeyzor, which is, in my opinion, the best beginner hard demon ever. Forget 9 circles, jawbreaker, that type of stuff. Do this. This is actually so easy. You can do it. I did it in only 1k attempts. Well, maybe not that easy, but still really easy hard demon. You can do it as your first. You can absolutely do it as your first. A lot of people struggle with the duels that are absolutely insane on this level. And so, yeah, like, even in the description, it says the start is easy, wait until the duel parts. And this is absolutely true. The duel parts are just gonna walk you through the whole level, specifically the duels, but some other parts too. But let's cut the bull crap and let's begin. So, okay, so the level starts off with a pretty easy beginning. I'm gonna just go in 0.5 real quick. The way that you actually learn this part is by playing it with hitboxes until you get the fun. Bam, bam, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's a lot of spamming on the beginning, but it's fine. And so here you click on here, drop, click, and then this part. And then these orb clicks, which is a pre-drop. So you're gonna want to skip this orb. You're gonna want to click 3 times only. So this part is kind of challenging because it's kind of like a memory. It looks so darn complicated, but trust me, you skip this platform, you hit this, you hold, click this, skip this yellow orb, and then time this orb, click like near the middle. Do not click it early because you're gonna die if you do. Click, and then once you're somewhere here, you're gonna hold because you're gonna jump off of this platform. You click, then you skip this orb, and the orbs that are not real that you don't click are crossed out, but the crosses, they're like sometimes invisible, sometimes visible. Yeah, but they appear though. Like right now they're not there, but they're actually there. Here you obviously skip this orb and then click this. You don't wanna fly right into the saws. And then you can actually buffer like this, and then you hold, skip the yellow orb, jump like that. You click this and then you hold. But what you don't want to do is hit this orb first of all, and then don't continue holding when you're on this platform, because this is what's gonna happen. You're just gonna die. Most times if you do that, you're gonna die. Sometimes only you won't, but this is how you do it. You click and then you wait a little, and then you click, and then you're gonna be safe. Just that simple. And then like that, you click on those platforms. Yeah, click on some frame that you can survive, but there's actually a platform which you're gonna jump on, and then you click here, jump on this platform, and then click on all of the orbs. And then once you're out of the pad, you're gonna hold, or on this orb you're gonna continue holding until you jumped out of here. Actually, you can still continue holding, and then click here because obviously you could even reach this orb. I don't even know why it's there. Here you after you pass this orb that you don't want to click, you're gonna hold somewhere here so you actually land on the platform. You click this and then you hold on this orb. Once you click it, you hold, so like this. Click only 2 of these orbs, skip this one, and then start holding right after you pass this orb. And that's the part. But now we have the duels, which are pretty insane. So this is what you want to do. You're gonna start holding right after you hit this jump pad, and then you're gonna continue holding until your cube is somewhere in this position and your ship is right here, because you don't want to hold so your cube like dies. Click very lightly like this, and then you're gonna hold, and then you're gonna try to control the cube and the straight fly. I would recommend looking at the ship instead of the cube, and then you hold so your ship goes in here. You can hold so it goes in here, but for me it's like better when it's in here. It's just whatever you want. And then you're gonna hold and then just straight fly, and that's the whole part. I'm gonna try to do it, or I'm gonna do it without the speed hack right now, so this is how it looks. Yeah, that's literally it. It's really simple. But then you get here. So here, you're gonna jump as a cube very lightly because there's a spike. And if you hold it, your ship might hit the spike. You don't want to do that. And then here, right, you're gonna hold on this orb. You're gonna hold on this orb until your ship is like past the gravity portal. So kind of like this. Like this, you hold, and then once the ship passes this gravity portal, you're gonna unhold. And then you hold until your cube hit this jump pad. And then you're gonna let go until your ship is in the middle of the gravity portal. You're gonna let it go, and then you're gonna click. You're gonna click like this, like kind of like that. That's how you click. And then time this orb, and then you're gonna hold until your ship like went over and then under a structure. So like this. Once the ship is under the structure, you're letting go. And now, forget that the cube exists. Just forget that the cube exists. Just pay attention to the ship, because the cube is automatic. Just look at the ship. Okay, so those are the duels. Really easy. I'm gonna try to do all of them without any speed hack. That's it. That's it. That's the duel. In my opinion, that 3 times cube part with like fake orbs and stuff, it's harder than the duel. That's just my personal opinion though. And now this part, this ship is really easy. You just gotta follow the lines. And yes, the spikes are invisible, but you can follow this like decoration, and it's pretty much accurate. And then we get to the second duel, which is twice as hard as the first one, and in my opinion is the hardest part of the level. So what you do here is you just need to count. So on the UFO, you click 1, 2, 3 like this, and then you spam kind of until your UFO is somewhere around here. You're gonna stop spamming. You let go, and then this part you just click once, and then after you click once and your ball is somewhere right here, you start spamming. So kind of like this. Click once, and then just like go up to the gravity portal so you don't die. So this is how you do the part without any speed hack. And then this part is just like kind of like the beginning part. You can learn it by doing with the hitboxes. However, I learned how to do it the other way. So basically, if you see the passable blocks are a bit like they're colored a bit lighter red than the solid blocks, so it's easy to remember. Just really the same thing as the beginning. Not that difficult. Oh, and then this part could actually be the hardest part. Yeah. I just did it. Yeah, so like the actual way is you go down and then enter this ship with upwards momentum. Because what I always did is I entered it through downwards momentum for some reason, and I kept on dying. And there's also a big choke point, 96 to 97%. Like, you have to do really fast 4 clicks that are timed, and it's just very difficult. So this is where it starts. You're gonna enter this UFO as low as possible. This is a little bit of a mistake. Instead of going down, you should enter as high as possible. And I actually tried entering the UFO portal like higher than usual, and it turns out that every time I did that, I never died to the last 4 clicks, so do that. So this is where it starts. You're gonna enter this UFO as low as possible. This UFO portal, you have to enter it as low as possible, because if you don't, then you're just not gonna make the last 4 clicks. Yeah, it's really easy to die like this. And there's no escape because you will die here. You will die here. You will die at 97. And that's a fact. Okay, so this is how you do the whole end part. And that's the whole dish machine. Isn't really that difficult now that you know how to do it. Also, this video is dedicated to my friend Take175 that has been resisting to do this level for a long time because of the duels. So anyways, subscribe. If this guide was helpful, please let me know, and peace the hell out.